the muzzle of the gun pressed cold against her temple. Through the tinted windows of the SUV, Folktale could see the gates of her daughter's school. The morning crowd of parents dropping off their children moved past, unaware. The man holding the gun spoke softly, "You have one day to drop the story. Next time, it won't be just a warning." 3 weeks earlier, Folktale Adelik sat in her cramped office at the Lagos Daily, staring at an encrypted message on her phone. The sender was unknown, but the contents made her heart race. "Check Paradise Estate. House 27. They are not just selling land. They are selling people." As the lead investigative journalist for Lagos's most respected newspaper, Folktale had seen her share of corruption stories. But something about this tip felt different. Paradise Estate was the newest luxury development in Lekki Phase 2, where plots sold for hundreds of millions of naira. The project was the crown jewel of Chief Emmanuel Emma Okonkwo, a real estate mogul turned politician who was running for governor. Folktale knew she should probably delete the message. Chief Emma wasn't just powerful, he was dangerous. Everyone knew what happened to people who crossed him, even if nobody could prove anything. But as she reached for the delete button, her phone buzzed with another message. This time it was a video, grainy security camera footage showing young women being led through an underground parking garage, disappearing behind a hidden door. "Mama, you're doing that thing again," said a small voice. Folktale looked up to see her 10-year-old daughter Chioma standing in the doorway of her office, still in her school uniform. She had been so absorbed in the message she'd lost track of time. "What thing, baby?" "That face you make when you're about to start trouble," Chioma said, grinning. "Uncle Connor says it means you found another big story." Folktale smiled. Her brother Connor knew her too well. Ever since they were children growing up in Ajigona, she'd had a habit of chasing down the truth, no matter the consequences. It had earned her many enemies over the years, but also respect. More importantly, it had helped her build a better life for Chioma. "Come here, troublemaker," she said, pulling her daughter into a hug. "How about we get some suya on the way home?" That night, after Chioma was asleep, Folktale began her investigation. Paradise Estate's perfect facade started showing cracks almost immediately. The construction permits had been rushed through in record time. Environmental impact assessments were missing. And the company's financial records showed massive cash deposits from unnamed foreign investors. But it was Betty, the cleaning lady at Paradise Estate's show house, who provided the crucial break. For an extra 10,000 Nigerian nairas per week, she started reporting everything she saw while working late nights, secret meetings, strange deliveries, and most importantly, the hidden entrance to an underground level that wasn't on any official plans. "They think we're invisible," Betty told Folktale during one of their midnight meetings at a busy booker joint. "The big men don't even see us when they walk past. But we see everything." The deeper Folktale dug, the darker the story became. Paradise Estate wasn't just a luxury housing development, it was a front for human trafficking. Young women lured with promises of jobs abroad were being held in underground rooms before being shipped out in containers through private docks. The operation had protection from politicians, police, and even some judges. When she presented her initial findings to her editor, Mr. Dada, his face grew grave. "This is dynamite, Folktale. But are you sure you want to pursue it? Chief Emma isn't someone to play with. Think about Chioma." "I am thinking about Chioma," Folktale replied. "I'm thinking about the kind of world I want her to grow up in. One where the powerful can do anything they want, or one where somebody stands up and says no." The warning signs started small. First, her regular sources stopped taking her calls. Then her home internet mysteriously stopped working. One morning, she found her car tire slashed. But it wasn't until the incident at Chioma's school that she truly understood what she was dealing with. The man with the gun had been professional, almost polite. He knew her routine, knew exactly when she dropped Chioma off. He even knew about her brother Connor's gambling debts. The message was clear: they could hurt her in many ways. That evening, Folake sat in her living room with a glass of wine, watching Chioma do her homework. Her daughter's face scrunched up in concentration as she worked on her math problems, occasionally muttering to herself in frustration. The sight made Folake's chest ache. Her phone buzzed. It was Betty. "Madam, they know I've been talking to you. I'm scared. But I have something you need to see. Something big. Meet me tonight." Folake hesitated. It could be a trap. But Betty had never let her down before. "Where?" "The usual place. 11 p.m. The Booker joint was quieter than usual when Folake arrived. Betty was already there, tucked into a corner table, nervously shredding a napkin. When she saw Folake, she pulled out a phone. "I recorded something last night." They were having some kind of celebration. Chief Emma was there with some big politicians. They were drunk, talking freely. "Here." The video was dark but the audio was clear. Chief Emma's distinctive voice boasted about expansion plans, new routes, political protection. Most importantly, he mentioned specific names: governors, ministers, foreign diplomats. All on video. "This is exactly what we needed," Folake whispered. "Betty, you're amazing." That's when the lights went out. The next few minutes were chaos. Shouts, screams, breaking glass. Folake felt rough hands grab her. She fought back, connecting with something solid. Someone cursed. Then a sharp pain exploded in her head, and everything went dark. She woke up tied to a chair in what looked like an office. Chief Emma sat across from her, looking immaculate in traditional agbada. He was watching her with something like admiration. "You know, I actually respect what you do," he said, sipping from a crystal glass. "This country needs people like you. But you're fighting a losing battle. The system is what it is. I didn't make it this way, I just learned to walk within it. By selling human beings." Folake's voice was hoarse. He shrugged. "Everything is a commodity. The smart ones adapt and profit. The stubborn ones." He gestured at her bound hands. "Well, what did you do to Betty?" "Your friend is fine. Scared, but unharmed. She'll be relocating to our Abuja office. Better opportunities there." His smile didn't reach his eyes. "Now, about your story. Obviously, it can't run. The question is, what will convince you to drop it?" Folake thought about Chioma. About Connor. About all the people who depended on her. Then she thought about Betty's words: "They think we're invisible." "You can't kill the truth," she said quietly. Chief Emma sighed. "No. But I can kill you." That's when the door burst open. Armed police officers poured in, led by a familiar face, DSP Yemi, her old classmate from university. Behind them came Mr. Dada and a team from the newspaper, phones recording everything. "What?" Chief Emma started to rise. "Sit down," DSP Yemi backed. "Folake, you okay?" She nodded, fighting back tears as someone untied her hands. "How? You think I didn't know you were onto something big?" Mr. Dada said. "When you missed our check-in, we activated the contingency plan. Your phone's GPS led us here. Plus, our tech team has been monitoring all communication since the school incident. Everything that happened here tonight is already uploaded to secure servers. The next few weeks were a blur of headlines, arrests, and court appearances. The Paradise Estate scandal brought down dozens of powerful people. More victims came forward. Reform bills were introduced. Betty, who had never actually betrayed Folake, was placed in witness protection. 6 months later, Folake sat in her new office, larger now, with a view of the Lagos Lagoon. She had just won the African Journalist of the Year award. More importantly, new whistleblower protection laws were being passed. "Mama," Chioma burst in, waving a paper. "I got an A in my essay. The teacher said my story about you was inspiring." Folake pulled her daughter close, breathing in the familiar scent of her hair. Outside, Lagos hummed with its usual energy. Somewhere in the city, she knew, other battles for truth were being fought. But for now, in this moment, everything was perfect. "Tell me again why you did it," Chioma said, settling into her lap. "Even when it was dangerous." Folake thought about it. "Because sometimes, baby, doing the right thing is more important than being safe. And because every big change starts with one person saying no more." Chioma nodded solemnly. "Like Rosa Parks." "Exactly like Rosa Parks." Folake smiled. "Now, how about some suya? Some stories stay with us forever with this one. If it made you think, feel, or question, let me know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.